Hey everybody, Mr. Odom here, and today we are going to take a look at some problems from section 2.3. The learning target for this video is I can subtract rational numbers, and you'll need a pencil, composition book, or notebook paper, and a calculator. All right, so let's get started. Remember, when we are going to subtract rational numbers, we treat them the same way we would if we are going to subtract integers, as far as following the rule that says you add the opposite. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're also going to, let's see, well, let me do that part first. 1/3, let me add the opposite of 1 2/3 is -1 2/3. Okay, now I'm going to write these two rational numbers as improper fractions, and when I do that, I get -4/3 plus -5/3. And now I follow the song. Same sign, add and keep, right? So this is -4 plus -5/3. We see that they have the same sign. The two numerators have the same sign. So I add and keep. So this will be, these are all equal, equal, equal. And this equals -9/3, which is the same as -3. Okay, there you go. Bam, we got that one. Let's move on to number 6. So I'm going to write -5 like it's a fraction. So -5/1. And then I'm going to add the opposite. Turn it into an addition problem. And again, I can't add these until I have a common denominator, which in this case would be 3. So for this rational number, -5/1, that's the same as -15/3 because I multiplied numerator and denominator by 3. And then I go ahead and add it to this rational number. And now that I have this common denominator, I can put the numerators together. -15 plus -5 all over 3. The numerators have the same sign. I add and keep the sign. And then I can write this as just -20. Whoops, let me write that differently here. -20/3. You can write it like that, or if you want to write it as a mixed number, 3 goes into 26 times, and what's left over is 2. 6 times 3 is 18, so I have 2 left over. So -6 and 2/3. Either one of these answers is good. Good for me, good for you. Okay, let's move on to number 8. So for number 8, again, first thing, let me add the opposite. So I will add the opposite of -5/9 is just 5/9. We need a common denominator, which for this problem is going to be 18. So to go from 2 to 18, I multiply by 9. So 1 times 9 is 9. There's my numerator. And here the denominator is going to be 18. 9 times 2 is 18, so 5 times 2 is 10. And let me go ahead and put these numerators together since I have a common denominator. Same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. Keep the sign of the bigger number. So it's going to be 10 minus 9, which is 1. And I keep the sign of the larger absolute value, which would be the absolute value of 10. So I'm keeping that sign, so it'll be positive 1/18. So that's what we got. All right, that is what we got. I keep forgetting my equal signs here. Let me fill that in. So if you got any questions, go ahead, bring them to school, ask me. Oh wait, I got one more problem. So I'm not leaving yet. I'm not leaving yet. Don't get excited. It ain't over. I'm gonna do one more. Here we go. So for this one, it's a decimal. So this is a problem where we can use our calculator. First, let me go ahead and write it down. Negative 7.34. Let me add the opposite. So the opposite of negative 5.51 is just 5.51. So remember, same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. Keep the sign of the bigger number. My answer is going to be negative because negative 7.34 has a greater absolute value than 5.51. So my calculator, I just put 7.34, I subtract 5.51, and I end up with 1.83. And then this is my answer. Okay, so now I'm done. All right, I got it. I almost forgot to do that one.